Okay, another rant request. And again, it's about relationships. I don't know why I always get these requests. So there are relationship rants, romance rants. It's usually a rant request on relationships. But okay, here we go. So the question is, can a guy and a girl be best friends or super, super, super close friends, BFFs? Okay, not romantic. I would say no. Flat out no. And there are so many reasons why, but let me just outline the big ones. The first one is this: once you get married, do you really think your spouse will be okay with you having a best friend other than him or her of the opposite sex? So I'm married, right? I don't think it would be in any way feasible for me to have a girl best friend who is not my wife, right? That's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. All right, it's a serious problem. It is very dangerous. It can very, very quickly lead to adultery and all of that stuff. Now, if you're still not married, or you're single, you're unmarried, I would still say still no, because again, there's gonna be sexual tension. Even if you're not attracted to one another, there's always gonna be that question: the what if, the we're so close, what if? We're already very close, why not? People will also ask that question. You're already very, very close, you're best friends, why not? You know, so just that alone, the sexual tension you will have and the social tension would cause questions to come up. And if not for you, then maybe for your opposite sex best friend, your bestie, it might not be good for them, or him or her or them. Because it's not going to, you'll never really know for sure, right? Can you imagine asking your bestie, hey, I'm really not attracted to you. You don't feel the same way, right? You really think that if they feel something for you, they'll say, well, I actually do feel something for you, but because we're best friends, I'm gonna say no. Of course not. You know, you'll never really know for sure. All right, so that's one big factor. Another factor is understanding closeness in friendships. Real closeness in friendships is more than just, someone who is there for you, someone who laughs with you, someone who shares the same goals, hobbies, and interests with you. That maybe you're good friends, you're close friends, but you're not besties. Very, very deep friendships and close friendships go beyond shared values. It goes even beyond genuine love and affection. Best friends at that level has to do as well with your divine wiring. I'll just call it that, divine wiring, right? So God divinely wired men and women to be different. Men will relate with other men in terms of their physiological needs. Men have the urge to be physically intimate way more than women, way more, because of the physical side of things. Women have that need as well, but on a more emotional side of things. And so when men become accountability partners with one another, and I'm gonna get there also later on, when men get into accountability relationships with one another, real friendships, they understand one another at a certain level that is based on their wiring as men. So let me give you an example. As a guy, I would be able to talk to my guy friends and say, bro, I'm sure you know what I mean when I say sometimes the physical urge to just be intimate or to have sex or sleep with someone is very strong. And it's got nothing to do with emotions or love or loneliness or all of that. It's just the urge for that release. And men would totally understand it, while women would have a hard time. They'd be like, no, there's got to be some emotional connection, maybe some attraction, And guys would be able to say, nope, it's purely just physical, and then we're done. Men can think that way. Men are very visual and are very, very much into the physical side of things. In fact, men being visual is in and of itself it is a struggle in and of itself, right? Like when women say, oh, he's cute, he's handsome, that's it. For men, it's she's pretty and the urge is rising. Okay, the desire is getting stoked and it's turning into a huge flame. It can be like that, right, for men. So men and women, because we're wired so differently by God, we're wired divinely different by God, then the level of closeness will never truly be at the bestie level, because men and women will never truly understand one another at a certain level. On the women's side, let me give some examples. The monthly hormonal imbalance, the period, the cramps, the pain that women go through when they have the cramp. Men will never understand that. Men will never understand how women can bond just because one forgot her napkins and it's her time of the month, and another girl just happened to carry in her purse an extra, and they're like, oh, you saved my life, that would have been so embarrassing, right? Things like that. Or when men accidentally wear the same outfit or attire or shirt or whatever, they'll just be like, bro, you look good. And you're like, yeah, you look good too, all right. But with women, when women wear the same outfit at a party, one of them will freak out and like, I gotta go home, or both. Or both would be like, let's just not hang out together, or can we sit at separate tables or something, right? So that happens. There's accountability issues as well. Now, I mentioned that earlier. I'm gonna get to that now. Accountability issues that go beyond just your basic struggles. It's so different when a girl says, I am struggling with my self-centeredness, and let's just say insecurity and beauty. Men won't understand that the way women do. Men won't understand the feeling of waiting for someone to pursue them, because men are the ones who do the pursuing, right? So at the bestie level, at the super close level, men and women cannot be best friends. And if you become best friends with a woman who you're not attracted to, that or you're a girl and you're best friends with a guy who you're not attracted to, it might be unfair for the other person, the guy or the girl, for your opposite sex bestie, because once they get married, that's gonna cause issues for their spouse and their marriage. And when you get married, it might cause issues for you and your spouse in your marriage as well. If not issues between marriages, it can cause issues with intimacy, communication, honesty, comparison. I can open up to my best friend when I can't open up to you. Things like that. That's gonna cause jealousies and issues. So I would say my advice is, I would rather not invest in trying to become best friends with a person of the opposite sex if I'm not even remotely attracted to the person. I'd rather just not. I could be good friends, I could be acquaintances, friends, I could be colleagues, good friends even for church. For me, all the formal church members in our church, I consider all of them to be good friends and close friends, but none of them will be best friends. My best friend is my wife, and then I have male accountability brothers and best male friends. That's it for me. As for the women, good friends, close friends, but not besties, not super close friends, It's just a safety measure, and I don't want to invest in that. I don't think anyone should. And that's the reason why God made men and women different, so that men hang out, grow, become besties with other men. Women do the same with other women. And the level of deep closeness people should have with the opposite sex is only for marriage. That's what I would have to say about that. I hope this was, helpful and beneficial. God bless you guys.